Now, during this event, returning FCA lessees can turn in and get a low-mileage lease on the 2017 Jeep Patriot for $129 a month.
Tonight, the state of emergency. The deadly ice storm hitting right now. Treacherous driving across several states. Authorities warning families to stay off the roads. Also breaking, the president-elect and his pick for national security advisor. Tonight, word that retired General Michael Flynn was on the phone with the Russians the same day President Obama sanctioned them for the hacking. Tonight, the explanation for that call. John Carl standing by. And breaking now, Congressman John Lewis saying Mr. Trump is not a legitimate president. Found alive, the baby stolen 18 years ago. Tonight, the young woman discovered. The blistering federal report on the Chicago Police Department tonight. The feds now reporting excessive force and racial bias. A hidden America, what it's really like for families in this country simply trying to make ends meet. Diane Sawyer is back tonight. And America Strong, the famous sisters tonight, and their heartfelt letter. After all, they lived it.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Friday night, a very busy news night, and we begin with the dangerous drive home at this hour for tens of millions. What authorities are calling quite possibly the worst ice storm to hit the heartland in a decade. The monster storm dumping freezing rain over a 1,000-mile stretch. States of emergency in Oklahoma and Missouri as the system now moves east. A snowplow driver running off the road by a truck there in Provo, Utah. The driver badly hurt. The driver of this SUV losing control in St. Louis, skidding across 4 lanes of traffic. 16 states now from Texas to Pennsylvania in the storm zone as we go into the night. ABC's Adrian Bankert leads us off.
Tonight, multiple states bracing for an epic ice storm. Officials taking every precaution, closing schools and telling people to stay off the roads.
The bottom line is we see this coming. We see the possible effects. What we've done here is we've gotten ahead of this event.
The heartland is getting glazed tonight in a dangerous coating of ice. Watch this black SUV fishtail then do a complete 180 on a St. Louis highway, narrowly missing other drivers. In Oklahoma, this salt truck crashed in the slick conditions. The driver is okay. Tragically, at least one deadly accident already in Missouri. Residents stocking up on supplies and filling gas tanks, stripping shelves.
It's the de-icers, it's the ice melts, those going out like crazy. Generators, you can't keep in stock right now.
I'm worried about this one because if the power lines snap, I want to be warm.
Reports of scattered power outages increasing. An inch of ice can add more than 750 pounds of extra weight to a 300-foot power line. In St. Louis, utility teams ready to pounce. All city offices closed. That thick ice already snapping trees, crews racing to clear blocked roads.
And Adrian Bankert joins us live from Wichita, Kansas, where they are taking a new step tonight ahead of the freezing rain, something they often do in Canada.
Yes, that's right, David. In fact, the rain just starting to come down here where we are. We called the Kansas Department of Transportation. They're adding organic beet juice to their brine solution. It's something that melts the ice and snow much faster. It helps that salt stick on the roadway, something that's very crucial here on elevated portions of the roadways like this overpass where spinouts are more likely to happen. David?
All right, beet juice. We hadn't heard of that before. Adrian, thank you. Safe driving if anyone's on the roads tonight. In the meantime, let's get to meteorologist Rob Marciano live in Colorado, where snow was the story this week. But tonight, it, of course, is the ice we're watching. Hey, Rob.
Hi, David. Unfortunately, this is a multi-day event. Take a look at the setup. A deep area of low pressure across California, tapping Gulf of Mexico moisture, and that's thrown over top the Midwest cold air. So a recipe for ice there. Ice storm warnings are up from Texas Panhandle into Illinois, and freezing rain all the way to Virginia. That freezing rain picks up tomorrow in through Oklahoma and Kansas, and then Missouri is going to be the worst by Sunday morning, 7 a.m. Still icy in Kansas City and St. Louis, the highest impacts in those areas, and we don't expect the thaw until Sunday night or Monday, David.
Rob Marciano with us tonight as well. Rob, thank you. Next tonight to President-elect Donald Trump. Inauguration Day 1 week from today, and tonight the Trump team acknowledging that Mr. Trump's pick for National Security Advisor, retired General Michael Flynn, did call the Russian ambassador the same day President Obama announced sanctions on Russia for the hacking during the presidential election. Tonight they say they have a good explanation for this, and here's our chief White House correspondent, Jonathan Karl.
It was a so-called black swan exercise that brought incoming Trump National Security Advisor Michael Flynn to the White House today. That's a doomsday drill designed to prepare the new team for any crisis that may hit. But Flynn is already in the hot seat, facing new questions about his contacts with Russia's ambassador to the U.S. It started with text messages on Christmas Day. According to the Trump team, Flynn sending holiday greetings. But 4 days later, just as President Obama is announcing retaliatory sanctions against Russia for its hack of the Democratic Party, Flynn and the Russian ambassador speak over the phone. The Trump team insists the call was simply about logistics.
The call centered around the logistics of setting up a call with the president of Russia and the president-elect after he was sworn in, and they exchanged logistical information on how to initiate and schedule that call. That was it, plain and simple.
But the call happened less than an hour after the retaliation was announced. Not just sanctions, but also 35 Russian diplomats thrown out of the country. The top Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee today questioned the appropriateness of the phone call, pointing out that Flynn has close ties with the Russians, even sitting next to Vladimir Putin at a dinner sponsored by the Russian TV network RT in Moscow back in 2015.
General Flynn's history with Russian TV and his proximity to Putin, at least at the RT dinner, all of that concerns me. There's a lot to be concerned about with how this new administration will approach the Russians.
No word directly from Trump on any of this yet, but the president-elect again blasted those unsubstantiated reports that Russia has been gathering compromising personal information to blackmail him, tweeting, quote, "totally made-up facts, probably released by intelligence," even knowing there is no proof and never will be. Meanwhile, Democratic Congressman John Lewis today said he plans to boycott the inauguration, in part because he believes the Russians helped get Trump elected.
I don't see this president-elect as a legitimate president.
And John Carl live at the White House tonight. John, you're reporting that the Trump team does acknowledge that General Flynn did talk to the Russian ambassador on the same day of the sanctions over the Russian hacking. The incoming team on the phone with an adversary, but they say this was about something else?
The Trump team insists they didn't talk at all about the sanctions, but I am told, David, that Flynn and the Russian ambassador did talk about something else. The ambassador extended an invitation to Flynn to attend peace talks hosted by Russia on Syria. This is a pretty big deal because those are peace talks that the Obama administration has been frozen out of.
All right, John Carl with us live at the White House. John, thanks as always. Next tonight to the growing firestorm swirling around FBI Director James Comey. The Department of Justice will now investigate whether Comey broke policy in going public 11 days before the election, reigniting the Hillary Clinton email investigation, only to then say on election eve there was nothing there. Well, tonight here, new outrage from some lawmakers after a series of meetings today with Comey on Capitol Hill. Here's ABC senior justice correspondent Pierre Thomas.
Tonight, 24 hours after the Justice Department revealed an investigation into FBI Director James Comey and his decision, growing anger. It involves Hillary Clinton and her emails, one of them going public 11 days before the election, then revealing there was nothing there. Now, new anger. Today, many Democrats on Capitol Hill emerging furious after a closed session on Russian hacking with Director Comey. Just this week on Capitol Hill, Comey was asked if he was investigating any possible contact with the Russians and Trump's team during the campaign.
In a public forum, we never confirm or deny a pending investigation.
I'm not saying the irony of your making that statement here, I cannot avoid.
Now lawmakers have met privately with Comey and learned more.
All I can tell you is the FBI director has no credibility. That's it.
Comey now taking heat from all sides. Today, the conservative Wall Street Journal editorial board calling on him to resign. And if he won't, quote, Donald Trump can and should fire him. And even Republicans tonight welcoming the investigation that will look into Comey's decisions to talk publicly about Hillary Clinton and her email, instead of allowing the investigation to take its course.
They should get in there and they should go figure out what happened.
At issue, did Comey break Justice Department policy by publicly commenting on investigations, and for doing it so close to an election? And tonight, Donald Trump weighing in on a new review of Comey's actions. What are Hillary Clinton's people complaining about with respect to the FBI? And they campaigned in the wrong states. But the Clinton team is adamant Comey affected Clinton's chances at the presidency, and they believe Trump knows that.
I think he's really bothered by the increased number of questions that have been raised about the legitimacy of his own election.
As for Hillary Clinton, she's kept a low profile, taking selfies with supporters and appearing only twice in Washington. But in a few days, she'll be back in the spotlight, agreeing to attend Donald Trump's inauguration.
She will be there at the inauguration, and Pierre Thomas with us live at the FBI. Pierre, you've been on this all week, and Hillary Clinton, as you point out there, has not weighed in on this.
David, we've not heard from Hillary Clinton, but her campaign is still acknowledging Trump won the election, even as they welcome this new investigation of Comey's actions, David.
Pierre Thomas with us again tonight. Pierre, thanks. The Department of Justice also making news tonight after an investigation into the Chicago Police Department. Tonight, a new and scathing federal report. The department launching its investigation after this dash cam video was made public, showing an officer shooting a black teenager 16 times. Attorney General Loretta Lynch detailing a long-running pattern of civil rights abuses, racial bias, and what the report called, quote, excessive force.
These are serious problems, and they bear serious consequences.
That particular shooting sparking months of protests, Chicago's police commissioner promising changes, calling the report, quote, a black eye on the city. We turn next tonight here to a stunning discovery, a baby girl stolen 18 years ago, and tonight a young woman discovered alive several states away. Here's ABC's Steve Osunsami.
Police aren't sharing the young woman's name tonight, but the name she was born with is Kamaya Mobley. And she's learning this evening that she was the missing baby on billboards and in police reports in 1998. Last seen in baby diapers, wrapped in a pink and blue blanket, and only 8 hours old.
I just want to know where my baby is at. I just want my baby back.
The case made headlines. She was snatched from a Florida hospital, taken from the arms of her mother by a mysterious woman who pretended to be a nurse to her family. Florida investigators finally found her after a tip over the holidays sent them to Walterboro, South Carolina.
So further investigation revealed that fraudulent documents had been used to establish that young woman's identity.
Ms. Williams, you've been charged with kidnapping.
Late this evening, 51-year-old Gloria Williams had her first court appearance and will soon be headed back to Florida to face charges. Police say she had pretended all these years that she was the young woman's mother. It was still an emotional goodbye. Tonight, her real mother and father are on their way to South Carolina.
It's been 18 years, I can't wait no longer.
Police say the young woman suspected that Williams wasn't her mother and needed a DNA test to prove it. David?
Steve Osunsami with us tonight. Steve, thanks. A new president will be inaugurated 1 week from tonight, and so many Americans who voted said their paychecks drove their decision, that their families are barely getting by in this country. For more than a year, Diane Sawyer has been traveling the country, meeting so many people. The mother who explains to her children how quickly the paycheck disappears. Families who are just one sickness, one auto repair away from being wiped out. The firefighters who work 3 jobs.
We head to Maryland to meet an incredibly spunky woman named Tracy Coleman. She's shaving big bars of soap to make her own laundry detergent because it saves her $10 a month. Her curious son, Colton, just 7 years old, he already reads at a 6th grade level. He and his best friend Caleb ask about the budget.
How much money do you get? What I'm going to bring home is going to be $470 about. What? What? But listen to this. Our house costs $800 a month, so I've got to work 2 weeks at least just to pay off the mortgage. Gas and electric's another $200 a month, so that's another half a week. I have to pay for a car, that's $200. So now I have to buy food. I have to buy clothes if we have clothes. Well, what do we have to buy soap, shampoo, soda, toothpaste. So we're left with maybe $50 extra. Well, guess what? What if we want to go to McDonald's once? That's like $0. Yeah, that's like $0 that we can save. So how are we supposed to save? By, I don't know.
And as we talk to low-wage workers across America, there's a changing face. 60% of those who make less than $10 an hour are now women. And because so many of these women have families of their own to support, we found a new growth industry in America.
Mama.
Overnight daycare.
We have like about 50 children sometime at night. Most of our parents work at Walmart. They work at fast foods. They work at the warehouses. They work at hospitals. and they also work cleaning buildings at night.
And Diane is right here with us tonight. Always love when you're back. But overnight daycare, this was something that a lot of folks don't realize. It's a real struggle.
And there is demand, there is a waiting list.
A waiting list. You've spent more than a year following these families. One gentleman who drives 4 hours each way to work.
He bikes, he takes the train, he buses 4 hours to work, 4 hours back to keep the job that gives his family a shot at the American dream. And we have great news about him tonight.
On him. All of these families deserve this voice, and you're promising now to stick with them for another year.
That's right. We're going to be here. We have a new president, as we know, who has promised that he will bring them new jobs and better wages.
All right, Diane Sawyer with us here tonight. Diane, thanks. It is a powerful look at what American families are facing every single day. Diane's 2020 special, My Reality, A Hidden America, tonight right here at 10 Eastern. In the meantime, there is still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Friday. The billion-dollar penalty against Takata over faulty airbags and how many American cars still have them tonight. Also, the mid